Hello everyone, so today we're going to make granola. First you're going to take the old-fashioned oats and you're going to measure out, I'm going to make a half a batch of what I usually do because I don't have a lot of oats right now. So in this half batch, you will measure out 3 cups of oats. You want them to be the whole flattened oats. So the old-fashioned style, not the 1 minute. All right. So then next, we're going to put in a half a cup of Rice Krispies. So I'm just going to measure half a cup in there. Okay, you could take the Rice Krispies out if you don't want to. That's something that got added later. Don't want to have that in there, that's fine. So then we're going to go ahead and take the, I'm using unsalted dry roasted pecans. You could use raw pecans as well, but you don't want the salted ones for this. And this is going to be, let's see, half a cup of pecans. It's a really pretty simple recipe and tastes good when you're done. If you leave out the pecans and the Rice Krispies, then you would have something similar to Golden Spoon granola. Oh yeah, I think the coconut wasn't in it either. And then you could add the chocolate chips, but I think it would taste better with the coconut and the chocolate chips. But then that's just me, because I like coconut and chocolate together. They'd be the mini chocolate chips. Okay, so I'm going to dump in the pecans. Next, I'm going to use sunflower seeds. You want the raw, unsalted ones. So unroasted and unsalted. So that is going to be 3/8 of a cup. So 1, 2, 3. All right. It also says sunflower seeds, although I do not have sunflower seeds. And you can leave those out. You won't notice too much. And it's 1.5 cups of coconut. So I'm going to put in 3/4 of a cup of coconut. Well, that's basically all that's in here. So I'll just dump whatever little bit's left in the bag. All right. Next, we're going to take 3/8 of a cup of vegetable oil. I'm going to pour that into my measuring cup over here. So 3/8 is going to be a little harder to measure, but I'll get it done in this cup. Okay, so 3/8 of a cup of the oil, and you're going to dump that on top. And the next thing, and you always want to measure your oil before your honey. The reason is it'll come out of your container, out of your measuring cup way better. Let me go ahead and see here. How much honey was it? Half cup. So 1/4 of a cup of honey. Now, if you use different honeys, it will taste differently. I'm using the Trader Joe's multi-floral and clover honey. Clover honey is a lighter flavor honey, and so it will have a lighter flavor. It won't be so over the top like if you say you use orange or sage or something. So you want to have like a lighter one. So then you just go ahead like this, dump that out. Come out a lot easier than it will without it. Being the oil first. Okay, so next thing I want to do is just go ahead and mix this up because that's all my ingredients. If you were putting in the sesame seeds, I don't know if I said, it'd be 3/8 of a cup for this size recipe. It was 3/4 of a cup for the full size, 3/8 for this one. Double check, yeah. So I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees. And I want to stir this all together, mix it all in good, and then I'm going to put it in the oven, and it's going to be for 30 to 35 minutes, or until it's toasted to a golden color. You stir it every 8 to 10 minutes in that time frame. All right, so when you're done, and it's all cool, you can use raisins with this if you'd like. You can use, like I said, mini chocolate chips with this if you would like. But you don't want to add those things until it's all done cooking and it is completely cold. All right, well, let's see here. I'm going to cook this up and then I will come back to you guys after it's cooked and show you what it looks like. So I'm going to put it in the oven, 350, stir it, like I said, every 8 to 10 minutes for 30 to 35 minutes until it's a golden color. And then we'll come back, I'll show you what that looks like. So you'll know when it's done. Then you will just let cool and then transfer it to some kind of a storage container. All right, one thing I forgot to add, it does have a teaspoon of, so it would be a half teaspoon of alcohol-free vanilla in there too. It's a little easier to mix in if you do it in the honey or in the oil, but I forgot to add that, so I added it just now. One final note, you will want to continue to just stir up your granola periodically, so every little bit, I don't know, maybe every 5 or 10 minutes while it's cooling, especially at first. Otherwise you'll have a giant brick of granola, so it'll be good for granola bars, but not great for just eating granola. Okay, so I've taken this out of the oven at 30 minutes. I've stirred it one additional time, and that's what the granola looks like when it is done. So once it is completely cooled, you can go ahead and take that and put it into some kind of a container. You can put this into a canning jar. You can put it into like a plastic container. You can put it into a Ziploc bag. Any of those things will work, but you want to make sure it's completely cooled before you put it away. And then, like I said, you can put different toppings with this, like, you know, raisins, or you can put mini chocolate chips. This goes good just as a snack. It goes good on top of yogurt. It goes good on top of ice cream, and it's also really good if you just take it, put it in a bowl, and eat it as cereal with some milk. So the choice is entirely up to you how you would like to eat this. But I find this very delicious, and I hope you do too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again real soon. Bye.